go. What's up, everybody? It's your man, all the Detroit Pistons fans across the nation. Video topic today: Detroit Pistons, the state of the Pistons. Just got done watching the video on YouTube, man. As y'all can see in the top corner, finally decided to put a TV in here. It's warm enough outside, so just been sitting in the garage, you know, just reading stories and watching YouTube videos. And, you know, I'm subscribed to 97.1 The Ticket, which the news came out this week that 97.1 The Ticket will be the new, well, the old new Pistons home radio station. It's no longer, you know, 105.1, which I hated. But yeah, Mike Valenti has Stan Van Gundy on today. And by the way, I will put the link to that video in the description. It's an 18-minute video. Everybody who's having any interest on knowing what the Pistons are doing, you need to watch that video. Stan Van Gundy came pretty clear in that video, as clear as possible. And Mike Valenti asked a lot of the asinine questions that I've been talking about the fan base has been saying. And Stan Van Gundy pretty much cleared them up. Mike Valenti is a nutcase. I'm probably sure a lot of y'all that listen know that already. And, you know, he was hitting Stan with some hard questions, man. Basically about Andre Drummond. His effort and what's going on with him. The future of Andre Drummond and players like, you know, Reggie Jackson and KCP. And basically, you know, Mike Valenti said what a lot of us already knew, that KCP is not going anywhere. He'll be here in the Pistons jersey next season. Now, the main thing of the topic is Mike Valenti is hell-bent on tanking. For some stupid-eyed reason, he's been watching Philly, and he feel like tanking works. Well, Stan Van Gundy wasn't having that. And the way Stan Van Gundy explained it was exactly the way I felt about it. It doesn't work, man. I know a lot of people say, man, they got Ben Simmons and they got this guy and that guy, and it doesn't work. So, Stan Van Gundy brought up some points. What franchise have ever tanked for that many years? It's been 4 years now. For that many years and ever contended? Never. Stan Van Gundy basically said to him, you want us to, because he's hell-bent on doing this, you want us to tear down the franchise. I believe, tell you the truth, I believe Mike Valenti does that because he wants the Pistons out of the way of his Celtics, because he's a Celtics fan. But anyway, you want us to tear down the franchise for years, acquire a bunch of draft picks, high draft picks, number 1s and 2s, and contend for the 8th playoff spot? What type of sense do that make? Well, Mike Valenti didn't know his history, so Stan Van Gundy killed him with it. He said, what team has ever contended or won a championship doing that? None. None at all. And then he tried to bring out the Spurs. He said, well, the Spurs tanked to get Tim Duncan. Well, Stan Van Gundy was like, yeah, they tanked for 1 year to get Tim Duncan. Not 4 or a possible 8 years. 1 year they did that for Tim Duncan. So, and on top of that, he said the Spurs already had a solid team. So, you want us to lose at historical rates, to get a bunch of draft picks. That is the most idiotic shit I ever heard, man. And, you know, Stan Van Gundy was right. There is no other team that ever tanked like Philly is doing and contended for anything. For some reason, Mike Valenti is buying into that bullshit. And like I said, I believe it's secretly because he wants the Celtics to have a free path to get to the finals. Once LeBron, you know, gracefully bow out. But it doesn't work, man. And that's the end of the story. So, KCP is not going anywhere, by the way. So, a lot of y'all that was hoping that, you know, the Pistons let another team get him so we could be stuck with no shooting guard whatsoever, that's not going to happen. He'll be here in the Pistons jersey. But Stan Van Gundy made it known that he's not about to just go out. He said that nobody is safe, but he said at the same time, which we all been saying, they're not about to just trade nobody, just get rid of some people for no reason. It has to be a deal. Not just a trade, a deal. It has to be a deal where the Pistons benefit tremendously. So, which is the right and correct answer. But, you know, Mike Valenti continues to try to tear down the Pistons franchise. Like, you know, Mike Valenti he acts like it's the end of the world because the Pistons had a bad season last year. And then that's when Stan Van Gundy broke it down to him. He said, look, man, Andre Drummond and Reggie Jackson in the previous season were top 3 in pick and roll in the entire league. And Reggie Jackson missed 30 games last season and then came back and was nowhere near himself. So Stan was like, basically, how does that benefit Andre Drummond and the rest of the team? So, and he said he gave examples, which a lot of people I know still ain't trying to hear that, but he gave examples, valid examples. You look at the Spurs in the playoffs right now. Kawhi Leonard goes down, what happened? It's over. They're at home now. Simply because Kawhi went down. Pistons have to have a leader, man. They have to. And one of of course, the most important position is point guard. They have to have that, man. They have to have a healthy Reggie Jackson. Pistons don't do what they did in the playoffs against Cleveland without a healthy Reggie Jackson. Your point guard has to be healthy, man. He can't miss 30 games and then come back and struggle with his health. It don't work like that. So y'all can forget about it. But yeah, he made all the valid points, man. Y'all definitely need to watch that video, man. I'm about to go ahead on and finish fixing my son's bike, man. Y'all can leave it in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Really good video to watch, man. I needed to watch that video. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. It's your boy King. Don't want to keep y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.